with the ball is under duress, which doesn't say much about the defense of Ginebra.
It says a lot about the familiarity among the Llamados. I mean, you look at the top teams in the tournament, Rocket Text, San Miguel, Alaska, Ginebra, B-Meg Derby Ace. B-Meg Derby Ace, in essence, has made the least amount of changes. Imports lang talaga nagbabago sa kanila. They've made one import change in the tournament. At samantalang the other teams, Kinito, they've made big changes in their lineup.
You know, you hit the nail on the head because it's all about chemistry, particularly when you're playing with an import in this conference. And we haven't seen the chemistry that Coach Joseph Chico has been looking for in Ginebra, but we've seen a lot of chemistry with his B-Meg team.
Of course, San Miguel, hindi pa nga nagpapalit ng import ng San Miguel, but they've had their struggles. Had a 3-game skid that allowed teams like B-Meg Derby Ace to take a crack at that second automatic semifinal spot.
You know, for everything that we've said about Barangay Ginebra and its problems and its woes, losing 4 out of 5, they're in a situation where they can get an outright quarterfinal slot. And if they win this game, they're safely in the outright quarterfinals. And if they lose, they could be in for a playoff, but they still have that playoff for an outright quarterfinal slot. And as we said earlier, 3 of its last 4 losses were by 1 point. So this could be a semi-final team right there, despite the fact that they're struggling with lack of chemistry. So maybe this team is going to start gelling when the playoffs come around. And we know that Eric Meg is a playoff player. And he's day-to-day, by the way.
Speaking of playoff performers, let's go to Dominic Wood.
Thank you, Miko. Talking about the Barangay Ginebra Genies, and admittedly, they said, there's a lot of player changes, and that's why there's a lack of familiarity that you guys said. We're still working on a lot of the basics instead of working on the game plans, actually, and said, the great thing about it, though, there's a positive to it, because now they have such a tremendous backcourt with Miller and Cortez, and now that Eric Meg is not playing, they actually have the ability to create for their teammates. And just a little thing on Eric Meg, he's actually started practicing already and may be able to play in their next game.
But I'd like to commiserate with Dominic because France was eliminated. And Dominic is, I think, aren't you like 1/8 French?
I think he's Dutch. I think he's part Dutch.
Or isn't he a Swede? I'm not so sure with Dominic. I really don't.
I think he's mixed up.
I know he's very mixed up. That much I can tell you.
But the whole package, it's a great package. Dominic, you have our vote. I didn't hear you make a comment.
Don't speak for me. Do not speak on my behalf.
That's okay, Dominic. We're both from LaSalle.
There's Willie Wilson. Sunday Salvacion now part of this game. Got a big cheer from the crowd. Sunday has always been a Ginebra crowd favorite. He has won championships for Ginebra with his big-time three-pointers in the finals. Has limited minutes, though,
exactly.
Recently.
We were just talking about lack of chemistry. You see a violation there by Barangay Ginebra because they couldn't extricate out of that tough defense ng B-Meg. And the reason why they couldn't extricate was Willie Wilson didn't have anyone to pass to.
Mike Cortez sending it over to Villanueva. Third personal laban kay Canaleta. Canaleta has had a quiet defensive night. It's normally a threat. A very able sixth man para sa B-Meg Derby Ace.
Villanueva getting a lot of attempts from the line. And there's a reason why that's happening. It's not just by accident. I think B-Meg's inside defenders realizing that Villanueva is less than a 60% free throw shooter. You'd rather make him earn his points from the line than get those easy layups.
Well, not tonight. He's 7 out of 9 from the free throw line.
But 9 free throw attempts coming from Rico Villanueva.
Very active.
That's a lot
in this game. And Ginebra will need some more if they wish to bounce back here in the third. And Rajariap goes off the glass.
A little bit of a 2-3 zone defense there by Barangay Ginebra just to change things up.
Sunday special on the way. Yes, sir. And maybe that Sunday special can get Ginebra going with 3:22 remaining in the third. B-Meg Derby still on top by 10 big points. Well, they needed a spark. They needed someone to get them going. And they called Sunday Salvacion's number, and he nails a Sunday special.
I don't know if that's a desperation measure on the part of Joseph Vichico.
We haven't had a Sunday special in a while.
He's going down his bench looking for a spark to get things going here for Barangay Ginebra. He's not getting the spark from Helterbrand, not even from Mark Agiwa. Agiwa only with a total of 6 points in this game. And Salvacion didn't even play last game for Barangay Ginebra.
Sunday has played only 5 games. This is his 5th game, only his 5th game para sa Ginebra. Let's see if his inclusion will work wonders. 8 to shoot para sa B-Meg Derby Ace. The swipe by Kagiwa. Kagiwa on the move. Kagiwa all the way.
So a 3-point shot, then a zone defense leading to a turnover and a fast break 2 points. That's Ginebra's kind of game.
Still an 8-point lead for the Llamados. Here's Brown. Brown has been quiet since a big first half. Canaleta. Oh, that's
yes.
a 3.
Napabayaan. You know, that zone defense, when you've got a perimeter shooter like Canaleta, it's got to extend. Willie Wilson gave him the space.
Here's Wilson. Salvacion. Fakes. Drives. Not the strongest part of his game. And here's Roger Yap. Simon will keep the ball for B-Meg Derby Ace.
Oh, look at that. Coming from nowhere.
One half of B-Meg Sampayan Brigade, Rafi Rivas.
And the board work of B-Meg has been devastating.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 66-53. Lamang pa rin ng Llamados. Villanueva, nice spin. And he has 11 points in this ball game.
And if you're going up against a long-arm defender like Rafi Rivas, you have to improvise. You have to be a little creative. That spin move by Rico Villanueva got him the shot and away from the defense of Rafi Rivas.
Now here's Rivas with the ball. Canaleta, oh, nice fake. Nice fake. Yes, sir!
And a nicer shot. That's Nino Canaleta. And Ryan Gregorio right now is pushing all the right buttons. Seeing that Barangay Ginebra is playing with a zone defense, he's got some of his nice shooters on the floor. Now, PJ Samon is also an outside gunner.
You know, to be honest, sometimes I don't know if Canaleta even needs to fake. Because he can shoot against any defender you put on him. He's so tall. Long arms. At yung tira niya galing sa likod ng sa ibabaw ng ulo niya. So it's really tough to block his shot.
Yeah, almost like a shot reminiscent of Jamal Wilkes, formerly of the Golden State Warriors, Los Angeles Lakers.
Power Move Highlights brought to you by Derby Ace Premium Formula. Dito ka na sa Llamados. Sometimes I'm amazed that we have something in common. I also like Jamal Wilkes. I tried to copy his shot when I was young. Big
really?
mistake. Napakahirap no kanya sidewinder shot.
Exactly. He would pull the ball behind his head. And, you know, the split-second advantage he has over the defender gets him a good shot.
Missed by Simon, and Roger Yap keeps the ball for the Llamados' new shot clock.
And see the hustle of B-Meg. They're beating Barangay Ginebra to the ball. And they're giving the effort.
Open shot with Brown.
And that, you know, that's the effort we were talking about. B-Meg is giving the effort, and Barangay Ginebra, nagkukulang sila.
Effort plus length equals second chances.
Oh, yes.
Here's Rivas. Fires. They gave him that shot and he nails it. So dahan na naman lumalayo ang B-Meg Derby Ace dito. 71-56. Wilson attacks and he missed it, and he will take 2 free throws.
Nice crossover by Willie Wilson going 1-on-1.
And he also got a foul from Rafi Rivas. Pangalawa laban kay Rivas. Penalty na ang B-Meg Derby Ace.
But you know, moves like that by Willie Wilson, that's not going to get things done here. As you take a look at the number of free throws